What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. And today, the new season is coming later tonight, Days of Future Past. So, we got a quick little announcement here. It's actually in the in game tab of Marvel Snap. I don't know why they didn't put out like an official blog post or anything like that. I think they did say one was coming later, but there has been this news on the in-game tab. Then some Marvel Snap developers were tweeting about it. There's also some stuff in the Discord, so there's kind of information all over the place. I'm gonna try and condense that into one little video as best as I can and kind of go over all the stuff that's coming up in the new season here. And apologize for my voice. I'm feeling a little bit sick. I got a little bit of a cough, so yeah, sorry if my voice sounds a little bit raspy. But let's go ahead and get into this news here. So the new season is called Days of Future Past, so it looks like it's a bit of an X-Men theme here. The new season pass card is going to be Nimrod, which is 5/5. When this is destroyed, add a copy to each other location. So it seems like this card is going to be really good in maybe destroy decks with like Venom, maybe Arnim Zola, going to be good with Galactus. I don't know, kind of an interesting card in the sense that it seems similar to MODOK in that it seems like it's going to be a good card, but not like a broken card like Zabu and Surfer were when they first came out. So I'm kind of interested to see what other people do with this card. Me myself, I'm not sure what I would do with this right now at the moment, to be honest. But yeah, it seems like a very interesting card. Next up, we have some variants here. You can see there's a Wolverine, Sentinel, Nimrod. There's a Sentinel card back and some avatars, and they kind of showed this off in the developer update video as well. And then we got brand new Series 5 cards. New cards coming out. I wish they weren't all Series 5. I wish some of them would be like Series 4, Series 3. It kind of sucks that like all these new cards are coming out and most of these people, myself included, are not going to have access to these new cards right away. But I digress. That's a whole nother issue that I've already talked about a bunch of other times. Anyways, the new cards. First one, 2/2 Master Mold. On reveal, add 2 Sentinels to your opponent's hand. Me, as the number one self-proclaimed Ronin enjoyer in Marvel Snap, I'm very excited for this card because it means Ronin might be playable again. I mean, I think he was decent with the old Sandman. The new Sandman kind of made Ronin a little bit less playable. And adding 2 cards to your opponent's hand is very, very good for Ronin. So I'm excited to mess around with this. In the next year, maybe 2 years, once I unlock this card, you know what I'm saying? Then we have Negasonic Teenage Warhead is a 3/4. After any card is played here, destroy this card and that card. A very, very interesting card. I could see this being good in Galactus decks depending on who has priority. Let's say the Galactus player has priority. They play Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and then the other person might try and play like a Shang-Chi or something, and then it just gets destroyed. So I don't know. That's just kind of one use case scenario that pops up off the top of my head, but a very, very unique and interesting card. I'm excited to see what people can come up with this card as well. Then we have Kitty Pryde, which is a 1/2. You can return this to your hand to gain +2 power. So I guess it's gonna be used in bounce decks most likely, since it's a 1 cost. It can be sent back to your hand with Falcon, and it can be sent back to your hand with Beast to get +2 over and over again. So I don't know. Seems like an interesting card. I actually have pretty much no experience with bounce decks, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think I've ever used Falcon at all. I've used Beast in a few decks, but I have never played Falcon. I've never played like a Beast collector Falcon kind of bounce deck. So this is kind of interesting. It does kind of incentivize more players, myself included, to try out bounce decks and try out different archetypes, you know. So yeah, this does look like it could be interesting. And when can you expect the new card? So they're going to be releasing weekly. First one is going to be March 7th, MODOK. Previously only a season pass available card. Now he's going to drop to Series 5. March 14th, we're going to get Master Mold. March 21st, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And March 28th, Kitty Pryde. So they will appear in the token shop and you can get them from collector's reserves. And then we have a few new locations here. So we got, first up, Orcus Forge. After you play a card here, add a Sentinel to your hand. So kind of going with like the Sentinels and like X-Men theme here. I guess that could be really good for Devil Dino decks, just kind of keeping your hand full. So could be interesting. Not too crazy like some of the previous locations we've had from like the Savage Land seasons. Like there was Rickety Bridge and there was Collapse of Mines. Those were pretty annoying. And then we have Krakoa. On turn 5, takes over and plays both players' cards for them. So this is kind of like an ego, but for the last 2 turns of the game. I'm not quite sure how to feel about this one yet. I really have to like get in there and play it to feel how it is, but I feel like I'm either gonna love it or I'm gonna hate it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the randomness in this game. Like, I'm fine with ego since ego is very, very rare and it can lead to some pretty funny games. But yeah, if this is one of those locations that's going to appear like 60% of your games or whatever, I don't know. They didn't do a hot location this past weekend, so I don't know. They're kind of experimenting with a hot and featured location, so I don't know. If this is a featured location, I'm probably not going to love it, but if it's more rare like Ego, I don't think I'll hate it. And then we have Asteroid M. After you play a 3 or 4 cost card here, move it here. So that is going to be interesting. After you play a 3 or 4 cost card, move it here. So it's essentially like Magneto's ability in a location because Magneto moves all 3 or 4 cost cards. Maybe it'll be bad for Surfer and Zabu decks. I don't know. Gonna have to play with it to really find out. And then moving on, we have some brand new variants. We got some sick variants here: Nimrod, Cable, Domino. We got a bunch of variants here. I'm not gonna go after all of them, but I do want to point out actually that there's one that just says X-Men super rare. There was a message from someone in Second Dinner that said it seems like it's a typo, so yeah, it's probably just like an X-Men character, and that's probably just like a filler text or something like that. Yeah. And then we have Steampunk Variant Rush. Our second ever Variant Rush is almost here. So I believe the first one was the Winter Vacation Variant Rush, where last December there was a limited time where all the collector's reserves would have a higher chance of opening a winter vacation variant, and it looks like this is essentially the same thing but with these steampunk variants, and it's going to be between March 21st and April 4th. You can get steampunk variants or titles. I'm not a big fan of titles. I have so many titles. I don't care about titles anymore. I'm sorry. I'm kind of over titles. Let me know what you guys think about titles as well. We got a bunch of cool steampunk cards: Steampunk Bishop, Falcon, Shocker, etc., etc. Yeah, don't really care about the titles though. Please, secondary. No more titles. No more titles. So we got a few bundles here. The first one up, Mr. Sinister and Bishop. The Rivalry Week bundle, variant and avatar, 1,500 tokens. Okay, I like tokens. 2,000 credits, and Mr. Sinister and Bishop boosters, 4,000 gold. That seems like kind of a lot, but I do like the addition of the tokens. Tokens are very, very valuable in Marvel Snap. I'm not a person that goes over the full like bundle breakdowns and all that. If you guys want a full bundle breakdown, I'm sure Savage Yeti will do a bundle breakdown. I really like watching his breakdowns to see how valuable the bundles are. So go check out Savage Yeti on YouTube if you haven't already. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. And then we have another bundle here, the Mutant Masterpiece bundle. These variants look so goddamn cool. Oh my god. I love Sentinel as a card. I really like playing Sentinel. Angel sucks. Angel's one of the worst cards in the game. So hopefully he gets buffed somehow or a rework or something, because this variant is freaking sick. Like Angel is such a crappy card in terms of like gameplay, but he has some really cool variants, and this Forge one is really, really cool as well. So yeah, Sentinel variant avatar, Forge variant avatar, Angel variant avatar, credits, and a bunch of boosters. No tokens, 3,000 gold. This one, for me personally, just kind of first glance at it, to me, not worth it because there's no tokens. Only 1,500 credits. The other one had 2,000 credits. But these variants are pretty sweet, man. I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth it if they buff Angel. But right now, I don't play Forge that much. Only like sometimes. Sentinel I am a big fan of. I actually play Sentinel in a lot of decks, like a Sarah decks or a Devil Dino deck. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they buff Angel some way or another. And then a last little message here. Oh yeah, just one more thing. With the start of the new season, we're testing rewarding 5 times more bonus cubes every time you reach a new ranked tier. See you in game and chat soon on Discord. So to kind of clarify a little bit on that is there was actually a message on I believe it was on Discord. It was on Twitter. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, so I think it was actually posted by Steven, a second dinner member on Twitter, and then they reiterated it here on Discord from Steven. We have seen the excitement and anticipation around us discussing more about our plans to improve ranked mode and the matchmaking experience. Our first short-term improvement goes live with the start of the new season. We're increasing the amount of bonus cubes earned when reaching a new tier from 10 to 50. However, we are not done making adjustments. Stay tuned for the blog, including future plans for ranked mode and matchmaking in the next week or two. So let's kind of break this down. The first thing is this little note here in the game. So with the start of the new season, we're testing and rewarding 5 times more bonus cubes every time you reach a new ranked tier. So Steven from Second Dinner says, based off our data, it was taking players too many games to get to the rank associated with their MMR. We also saw player feedback that the rank climb was feeling tedious, so we are trying some changes that will hopefully improve these both. Each season, any new tier reach will get 50 bonus cubes instead of 10. So this actually doesn't matter what rank you are. There's a little bit of confusion at first saying that this was only from rank 10 to 50, but that is actually incorrect. It's actually going to be from all ranks. You're going to get those extra 50 bonus cubes. So from example, if you rank up from 85 to 90, you're actually going to shoot up to 95, which is actually pretty huge. It's going to make the climb a lot more easier, I think. I'm not exactly sure how to feel about this. One thing I will say that is definitely a positive change is that it incentivizes lower ranked players to actually play a little bit more at the end of the season, because I've seen so many comments from people that are just like, at the end of the season, they're like, well, I'm done playing because I am at rank 91 or whatever, and I don't want to rank down, right? So yeah, I totally feel that, because at the start of the next season you're going to rank down 30 ranks. So I think this is actually kind of implemented to offset that a little bit, make the climb a little bit easier, a little bit less stressful. So I do like that. I don't know really how it's going to feel at the higher ranks though, because I feel like people are going to be reaching infinite like just quicker and easier, and I'm not too sure what to make of it so far. I guess we'll kind of see how it actually plays out once the actual season comes out and people start playing, you know. But I do like that Second Dinner is actively listening to community feedback. They are actively trying new things, trying to improve. So I really do appreciate that. They did say there was another blog post coming up in the next week or two that will focus on more matchmaking and ranked changes. So hopefully they will fix things with the MMR. You know, there's been a little bit of an issue with some of the higher ranked players speaking up that their MMR is so high that they're just facing nothing but bots. So hopefully they do something about the bots. You know, I'm pretty optimistic that Second Dinner will figure something out, because they have been pretty open to feedback and I really appreciate that from them. So that has been it for today. Let me know what you think about these changes. I'm actually going to be streaming the new season of Marvel Snap over on twitch.tv/jhugs. The link for it will be in the description down below. Check me out later tonight. Follow me there and see when I go live. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about these changes. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Not sure yet. I'm kind of in the middle, you know. It's kind of too early for me to say until I really kind of get my hands in there and start playing the season and see how it actually feels for myself, you know. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Later.